Hey everybody, my name is Alex Wyke. I am a third year college student. I actually had just transferred from FSU and in hopes of going to UF for engineering. No, I'm not a robot. No, I can talk to people. And I think that's another great thing is that engineers need to be able to talk to people. We have our own specific class so that we can not be little recluses doing our little calculations. So I think public speaking is so important for that. I think it's important for everything you have to do because everything is about communication. But anyways, so I'm going to talk a little bit about how I think it is so important that we as humans can adapt to public speaking and how we can overcome it, and that it is very, very important for jobs and for your future. So, as a kid, I have been made fun of in school, which kind of made me care more about what people thought about me afterwards. And as humans, we care a lot about what people think. We care about our reputation. We don't want to look stupid in front of people. And I think that's why in our brain we trigger that fight or flight response, because it's like Charles Darwin said, it's natural selection. We want to be the best of the best. We don't want to mess up. And I think that makes a lot of sense to me, especially from from a scientific point of view. So, anyways, that happened to me as a kid. So I started to push myself to get into public speaking, and that was only after I had gotten into the science fair, which I had eventually made it to state. I learned there that I needed to be able to talk to people to get my point across, for them to be comfortable talking with me and actually get what I'm trying to say. Because if you're awkward, you're just going to focus on the awkwardness the entire time. So, so that's another thing. I just think it's very important for this class, and I'm so glad that I'm taking it so that I don't have any sort of fear, and I can hopefully by the end of this class say an entire speech without looking down at my note card or without looking away from the computer, because it's so important for jobs, for interviews, for all of that kind of stuff. So my attitude about public speaking has completely changed from when I was a kid. I went from being a completely shy person to hanging my head down in the hallways so that I didn't have to talk to people because it would stress me out just them looking at me, walking by me in the hallway. To now, I pushed myself to be in vice president of student government. I had to talk to so many groups of people. I was a leader of all the clubs in my school, so we had meetings and I had to talk to them. I was also pushing myself to be in a school play, and I had to sing, and I also was in student government, where there was about 70 other senators that I had to prove my point to make a web card for my school and get that point across. It was really difficult for me there because everyone was so professional, and it was really important. So I think that this class will definitely help with something like that later on, and I don't think that anybody should be scared. I mean, it's against our nature not to be scared, but I don't think anybody should be scared. This class will only help us and get us prepared for later on. Another thing, my strengths. I can be an extremely loud person. Not extremely, but I can be really loud if I want to be. I can project my voice. so everybody can hear me really loud, and that is what makes people listen more. You can't be like this and talk really slow. So, so that's one thing. Another thing is when I'm in person, I can make pretty good eye contact with people. I think I would think so. Another thing is I have perseverance to win. I want to be the best. And that is what makes me push myself to overcome public speaking. Another thing I did see on the TED video about public speaking was that you can stretch out before you have to talk or something like that, and it actually does calm your body in a sort of way that releases relaxing things into your brain, so your heartbeat can slow down, you can relax, you'll be fine. For areas of improvement, if you haven't noticed, I say verbal fillers, I look away from the camera, and these are things that I really hope that I can stop doing after this class. And yeah, there we go again. Also procrastinating. I'm awful procrastinator. I will try to do something last minute. It's awful of me. I hate it, but definitely not happening in this class because you're making a video. It would be extremely hard to procrastinate. Another thing is not using the word like, because I do that sometimes. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed getting to know me, and I hope that you use some of the things that I've said in this video, like stretching, and I hope I've inspired you in some way to not be scared of the webcam, that it's only going to help you, and I hope that you guys do great in the class. Thank you very much. Oh, and here's my note card.